YouTube, Game Master Crafter here. Welcome to my shed. This is where I make fun stuff and neat things. And I wanted to show you guys a little something that I've been working on for a long time now. Dun, 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 dun. This is a box, a paint case actually. And it holds the entire line of Turbo Dork paints that I've gotten from Greg, the guy who runs Turbo Dork. He sold them to me. Really great guy, really awesome company. These paints are so cool. I'm not sponsored by him or anything, but the paints are they have this iridescent what they call turbo shift colors, and they look different colors depending on the light that you look at it from. Well, I took this case, and I'll show you some pictures of as I kind of went along. This started out as a backgammon case for backgammon, you know, the game. I thought, man, there's got to be something cool I can make out of this, right? So I took it, and I added some extra wood to the inside, and made it a little thicker. I went and I've put in shelves. You can see that these shelves are self-righting for the most part, right? So when you open it up, boom, they kind of pop out, right? Pretty cool, right? So you got that. I put a new edge on it, right? Made it a little taller, right, on both sides. Went and I put magnets along the inside right here, on the other side, so that when it closes, it magnetically seals shut, right? I went and I took and I made these shelves. Now, I made the shelves out of a couple different things. I tried one thing, I'll show you here on the screen, and they didn't work out for me at all. They were too big, they bent, just didn't work out. So I'm going to be using those for another project for a kind of a home display case for paints. But I made these. I went and I took for the shelves, I went and I took pieces of steel and took pieces of lead and put it along the bottom, and little hanger pieces, little 45-degree hanger pieces. And then I put little iron rods in the case itself and attached these shelves to it. Now on the bottom of each paint you'd see magnet. Boop. So they're magnetically kept to the case, right? I went and I also added a nice hinge so it closes and opens softly, more softly than before. Went and I put some handles on it, right? Went and I got these, it's like an anchor for furniture so it can't tip over. And I put these on here and I made a really nice thing here. Now on each side you see, on the front and on the back, right, or the front and the back, these are each of the Turbo Dork's metallic colors that I went and I utilized around here. And then on the rest of it, we have the metallic and mostly the turbo shift colors. And I made kind of a pattern all the way around it using different pattern, or not different, same pattern, different colors, right? And made it kind of a 90s pattern with it, right? So then I took the glass and I etched in Turbo Dork on each side. This one I left as the etching itself. This one I colored in using Bubblegum Crisis and Motherlode, two of Turbo Dork colors, to make that. So this was quite a process. This has taken me months to create. I mean, a lot of time. And a couple failed experiments in it, you know, with the shelving and everything. But I came out with this. Got a couple little feeties on the bottom, right? It's a cool hinge. I really like it. Just this little bit of speaking does not really give it the credit it deserves for what I've created here. I mean, this thing is just so awesome. You know, you open it up and boom, the paints pop out and everything. And for the most part, boop, right? Paints pop out. I mean, like, that's so cool, right? Right? They don't stand exactly perfectly correct because the paints have to be kind of centered more exact. I'm thinking about putting some little magnets along the shelf to hold it in place a little bit better, hold them in place a little bit better. But so far, I mean, they're pretty good, pretty sweet, right? Again, Turbo Dork is not sponsoring me for this, but it has become my favorite paint company. Greg and his wife, they are the owners of Turbo Dork, and they're such neat people. They're so awesome. You know, during this whole quarantine and everything, I've been speaking with Greg a lot, and he's just a really fun guy, a neat guy to talk to, very down to earth, very normal human being, whereas so many of these companies are like big corporations and they don't really care about people. Turbo Dork cares about people. They have a great fan club on Facebook called Turbo Dorks. And then I have the unofficial Turbo Dork fan site as well, for Turbo Dork fan club, unofficial, on YouTube, or on Facebook. You guys can come join, please. I'd love to see if you guys have anything that you've made with Turbo Dork colors. I'd love to see them. I've made a couple different things so far. I'll show them on screen here. I've got the silver dragon that I've made, an orc that I started out with making, and then a couple other things here. I'll put them on screen to show you. But yeah, if you guys have made anything with Turbo Dork paints, please share it. You know, I even made a picture. You know, during the recently there was an evacuation where I live. We had to go and evacuate because of wildfires. My work allowed me to stay there, and so my daughter and I used Turbo Dork colors and painted them a picture for Vineyard Place. I'll show you that here too. Wonderful paint line. Now, there's a couple things to know before you paint with Turbo Dork paints. One, the major thing is most of the colors, not all, but most of the colors, there's like maybe 6 or 10, most of them all require a black undercoat to shine the best, right? So a couple of them, you can do a white undercoat, just a few of them. And some of them you can do color shifts, turbo shifts on top of other turbo shift colors. Now, they used to call them color shift colors, but because that's a trademarked thing, now they're calling them turbo shift for Turbo Dorks. Makes sense. My case here holds 54 paints, and I've got room for another 6. Now, Greg's coming out with more colors here this month, next month, but there are 10 total colors. So I'm not sure how I'm going to fit all of them in my case, but I'm excited to try. I can hold 60, I know that. Yeah. So another thing besides the black undercoat is thin layers. I can't express this enough. Thin layers of paint. You don't think you're painting really much on there when you paint? That's good. If you overdo it and make it too thick, you get streaks in it. You get kind of different look. Doesn't look quite right. Just painting this case and kind of going around and doing the outer edging and all the designs. And I went and I did this kind of triangle pattern, at which I went and I put like little dots and little squiggly lines and little lines, you know, kind of random. But this taught me that I have to do really thin coats. I probably did 5 coats of each at least on this, on all of the spots. Some of them I had to do a little bit more, some a little bit less. But now, well, me and my wife were working on this. One of us was pounding on the case and cracked the glass. So one of my next projects for this will be to take out the glass, replace it with plexiglass. And then Greg is actually using his laser cutter to cut me a couple more logos, Turbo Dork logos, to put on this. So I'll be taking these panels out, putting them plexiglass ones in, that'll make it a little bit more sturdy. And like I said, possibly taking the shells and fixing those up a little bit with some things to hold in the paints a little bit better. But man, I mean, this is just an awesome, awesome thing. I love it. It's so cool, isn't it? I mean, that's just awesome, right? Yeah, it's cool. Might get some new corners for it, I'm not sure. You know, I've got a little latch that I can put right here to latch it closed, but the magnets do a great job. I've reinforced the inside so that it wouldn't, you know, break off when I'm carrying it like this. But yeah, that's my Turbo Dork case. And I know it's not a really fancy video, but I just wanted to share with you guys what I've been working on for months now. And yeah, go check out Turbo Dork paints. Go check them out. Awesome pearlescent, opalescent, iridescent colors that color shift, you know, called Turbo Shift. And wonderful metallic colors. I mean, these are just phenomenal. They've got a couple colors called flourish colors. That's one's silver and one's gold, and they just have larger glitter pigment or glitter pieces inside the paint along with the pigment. They're just great. They're such neat paints. So yeah, guys. Anyway, don't forget, if you like this video, please like the video. Gets YouTube to kind of show a little bit more around. And comment, you know, what was there something that you've painted with Turbo Shift colors, with Turbo Dork colors, or is there something that you would like to paint with Turbo Shift? And please, if there's anything else you want me to do a video on, put it in the comments below. Now, a couple things coming up. I'm working on a Kickstarter project. Me and some friends of mine are making what we call Awoken tokens. It's going to be tokens for D&D And instead of like miniatures, they're going to be tokens, different size depending on the size of the monster. And they're all drawn by my friends and I. You know, some of them are really cheesy, some of them are phenomenal. Most all of them are color on color without black outlines. But I mean, they are just amazing. My friends have done some really cool work. So that's coming up here in the next couple months. Been working hard on getting everything situated for it so that we can do that. Yeah, guys. I hope y'all are doing well, staying well out there. It's been crazy times for everyone. These past 12 months have been insane. But just hang in there, guys. You guys are awesome. And, you know, yeah. So anyway, thank you so much, guys. Hang in there, and we'll see you in the next video. This is Game Master Crafter, crafting the crafts you love to craft. See ya.